That's good too. It's actually really deja vu-ish both directions on that one, so
I didn't.
They're very similar. It's just that one has grain quality and the other doesn't.
But I like the BBC. The end of the universe.
I love the BBC one. I'm not dissing the BBC one.
It's like 6 hours of Hitchhiker's Guide. Because it's a miniseries. It's a BBC miniseries.
This thing's still importing. Great. I should have not deleted the files and instead just moved them before I zipped and then move them back.
What are you gonna do?
Wait for imports, I guess.
Too many cups.
Okay.
Captcha.
Phil! I saw Phil in the assets progress.
I'm an asset.
Yes. Jeffrey Throw.
Jeffrey's an asset.
I'm an asset to the project.
Yes. No, you're an asset in the project.
I'm just an ass.
Alright, well, I guess we'll start while this is finishing up, and then... I just hate
But if we do that, we might have too many cooks.
Oh, okay.
They might spoil the broth.
Then we'd have to buckle our pants.
Running through all the inside jokes / not really inside.
Captcha.
Did you say nerd?
Alright, well, might as well do this. Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Cooking with Unity. I'm Max, and Phil and Jeffrey are assets in the project.
I'm an asset.
So, while we're waiting for... Let's just go to the screen and... oh, wow. It feels like the bar went backwards. I swear the bar was further along than it is now. That's what I get for doing things too late. Alright, so while that is going, let's see, what can we look at? Let's look at our gun picks. Let's just look at what we've got to work with here. So we got Jeffrey at the ready. We've got him throwing a book. Got Phil. Phil shooting. Forgot which one we made the shooting.
I don't know.
The back one is the one where he fires.
So
that's the kickback.
Yeah, it's the kickback. Got it.
Sure, yeah.
It was the other way around, but that didn't make any sense when you see it in motion.
Exactly. Like we wanted his eyebrow to go up while he was shooting, but instead he's very inquisitive before he fires.
No, I don't ask any questions.
Maybe it's after he fires. Maybe he fires and then he leans forward and raises his eyebrow like, "Did I get you?"
Did I get you?
The answer is yes.
This is stupid. I shouldn't have even started the show.
But the show has started.
No, we can restart it again. We can go. We can just here. Let's just.
No,
do
I think
this.
it'll be okay.
It's not.
Cut out something.
Yeah, we're gonna cut out this part. This is the part we're gonna cut out.
Like you could cut out an image.
Yeah, we could do other things.
I could, but we
inside of the book for our page.
All right,
explosion.
it's almost done anyway.
Inside the book.
All right, I thought we already did the book though, didn't we?
The outside. Inside for
for the page explosions. Do we have the pages in here somewhere? I don't think I have the page pictures. I don't know where the page pictures came from.
It's fine. We can still cut more like that.
Dead Phil.
Yeah. That's me, but I'm dead.
They were just one of those other image things, weren't they? Like the last one or something? Oh, are these all of the pictures?
This is
or
everything that I thought I had.
I wonder... Oh, what was that one with Jeffrey getting hurt? Look at that.
Yeah.
We need to cut that out.
We'll do that later.
Cut it out. It's like a Full House. They did the cut.
I want people to have to wait through all this, so we're gonna restart this. Go back to standby. Nothing ever happened. And we'll edit this out later.
Okay.
Too many assets.
Yes.
I guess. I mean...
Boiling the broth.
Alright. Might as well get the other thing here. Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Cooking with Unity. I'm your host, Max Moreau, and Phil and Jeffrey are assets in our game.
Hello.
Alright. You weren't very excited that time.
No.
No. I just can't work with you, man. Alright.
He's a one-take guy.
Alright, so in our last episode, we were working on what level we're working on. I think it's in Unity Set Builder, Editor, no, Set Builder, Hong Kong, Sample. I really should copy this out or something so that it's easier to find.
Where is it? Simple?
Sample.
Oh, we should change the name of it.
Yeah. So we got a game. We shoot our targets. It advances. And then we shoot another target and shoot another target. And then we get Phil and Jeffrey. And they start attacking. And we kill them both. You're unkillable!
Yeah, I don't
No!
think Jeffrey has a
You are no
collider
match
on him.
for my power.
No! How is that possible? Alright, let's find out how that's possible. So, node 4 enemies, Phil and Jeffrey. Yep, that would be why. So, rigid body. Yeah, he doesn't even have a rigid body. So we're going to give you a rigid body. Physics, rigid body. We're going to set you to is kinematic. Box collider might be useful too. And then what else? Give on collide. Copy component. Paste component value as new.
I should explode his paper also.
Yeah,
That's
that would
paper.
be good.
That would be pretty good. Alright. I think I'm going to actually split you guys into two different groups here.
Alright.
Alright. Yay. I killed my co-hosts. Alright. I've been dying to do that. No. So, what are we going to do? So, Phil currently does this shoot particle thing, and that's good enough for right now, but we need to actually, like, do some damage to the player at some point. Jeffrey, we want him to actually throw a projectile at us, a book, to be specific. So, incident sprites? Yes, it is. Book. So, let's figure out how to get him to throw something. So, shoot after delay. I'm going to create something similar, just called throw after delay, I think. Import, no. Create, no, just duplicate. Throw after delay. Oops. Throw after delay. And what we're going to do is public float, public game object, throwing object. And so we do the animation. We're going to we'll have the object itself do the logic. And so what we'll do is shoot. I just rename this to throw to be consistent. And we are going to throw projectile at player. So what we do is instantiate throwing object. No. I hate it when it actually gives me the proper auto-completes and then I fail still. Transform.position and actually let's just do transform.position for right now. And then the rotation, let's use quaternion.look rotation transform.position minus, we need the player position, so we're going to grab private private game object player equals find game object dot find game object with tag player. That's not how this works. It's not a templatized thing. Player. Save that, and then we do player dot transform dot position. So this should point it in the direction of us and originate it from the center of the person throwing, which is probably not exactly what we want, but yeah. So I'm going to throw Jeffrey into an earlier node. Let's put him in node 2. And let's just put him in the same place as this gib target. I'm just going to copy component, paste component values, and probably not do the 180. Maybe. Let's find out how this looks. And I'm just going to temporarily, we'll put this in, actually I'll just delete this. Continue. So we hit play. There we go. There you are. And you're still using the shoot thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch you over to, instead of shoot after delay, we're going to remove component. We're going to give you a throw after delay. Put the delay at 2. We're going to make the throwing object. We haven't made that yet, so I'm going to just drag the book into the scene here somewhere. Where did that actually go?
Search book.
There it is. It's under Hong Kong streets for some reason.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's where it is.
All right. So this is our book. Where is our book? Let's look at our book. There's our book.
Too many books.
Too many books.
And actually, we want it to face. Okay, so I'm
The
going to
180
create
has me
a
backwards.
create empty. Does it? Well, we'll put you forwards then. Effective atomic weapons. What are we doing with this book? We're going to give it a parent. So I'm going to create. Okay. I'm going to put this book underneath another game object so that we can get the arrows pointing in the right direction. So 180. And now this should show the right text and actually be pointing in the direction we want. So that's good. So I'm going to call this book. We're going to call this book graphics. And we're going to make the book travel forward. So do we have move forward yet? Move forward. We do not. So we're going to create a move forward real quick. One of our classic scripts. Move forward. So move forward, we're going to have a public float speed equals 1.0f. And update transform dot position plus equals transform dot forward times time times speed times time dot delta time. Save. Throw this on our book. This will be an extremely slow moving book. And make a prefab out of our book. So we're just going to drag it into the prefabs. Delete the book. Go to Jeffrey. Add the book. And in theory, this should make a book that moves at us very slowly.
That's completely flat.
You're going to throw the book at us.
It's moving backwards.
It
and
is.
It's huge.
Alright, so my math is just a little bit off. Hold on. Let's do...
It's probably not facing forward, is it?
There comes the effective atomic weapons. It's dangerous. Throw after delay. Oh, wait. Okay. We missed something else here. We need to put throw here.
There's another one that says shoot there, too.
That needs to say shoot. Because we're using that for the animation. Alright, so now we should get multiple incredibly large books thrown at us. Alright. And I can't do anything about them. I can't even kill Jeffrey right now for some reason.
Because my books are in the way.
Is that
Probably
why
true.
it is?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Because these books don't even have colliders. Oh, you died. That was very sudden. I kind of miss you now. Alright, Jeffrey, what does your collider look like? Let's make you visible for a moment. Oh, that's the reason there's a problem. So let's make the collider a bit larger. So size Y. Boop. Let's move you over a little bit. And probably not that tall. Let's just do 4, 3.5. No. 3.75. 4. 4's good. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty appropriate. Can't really shoot the book out of your hand. Maybe we'll add that later. So, gonna disable this. Let's make the book a little bit smaller. So we're gonna go to our book. Why did everyone get so quiet?
I don't have much to say.
Okay. What is this water, for example, reflection main camera?
I don't know. That's not something that I saw before.
It's disabled.
Probably something that came with this pack.
Okay. So book. What are we doing? So we're gonna make the scale smaller. Let's put it next to Jeffrey. Let's re-enable Jeffrey again. And let's rotate around 180 and shrink it down. So it's about the size of book in his hand. So let's do 2.5 and 2.5. That's probably good. And then let's make it so if we change you to be the throwing animation, what do you look like? Where's your throw?
Gonna put it at my hand.
Yeah.
Kind of want the book to arc. Like a throw.
Yeah, we might do that. I was actually not planning on doing that, but all right. So there's the throw. So let's create an empty game object, an empty child, and put it where your hand is. And we're just going to use it as a position. We don't care what way it's facing, but because I do care for some reason, I'm going to make it face that way, just in case we need that information someday in the future. And so I'm going to call this throw point. We're going to go to your throw script. Public transform throw point. And we will use throw point minus throw point dot position and throw point dot position. So if we do that and save, and we take the book, make it so this by itself again, apply it. Let's make it move a lot faster, like 5 units per second. Delete this. Continue, go to Jeffrey, pull his throw point into here, and in theory, we hit play. Actually, that's perfect. You're already active. There you go. Except for now we're throwing it at the base of the player. So let's have it throw it right at the main camera instead. So let's do...
There's a question saying maybe, or a comment saying maybe have a trail renderer for the projectiles. Also, can you shoot the projectiles out of the way?
That's what we want to do, yes. That is the goal eventually. So camera.main.transform.position. Let's do that one. So this one will make it throw it at us, at our head rather than at our feet. I think that'll be more appropriate. No! I'd say it's working.
Can't really see the throw animation currently, though.
Well, that's because you can see the first time. We should make him throw slower, I think is what we're saying, right?
That's true, yeah.
Alright.
Should make the book into a object that's not just flat. Like it rotating as it's flying towards you.
Okay. So
That'd be pretty
we
cool.
need to make it into a cube or something. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I think so. Do you disagree?
Nah, let's see what we can do. Alright, so let's bring our book back out. Book graphics. Alright, so instead of a sprite renderer, we could add a mesh filter. Oh, wait, we can't have a sprite and a mesh filter, so let's get rid of this.
That's kind of a bummer.
Mesh filter. Mesh renderer. Filter is going to be a cube. Cube.
Just a normal little cube.
We're going to go to the book and make it a texture. And then we're going to put this on our cube. See how this looks. Yeah, that looks real bad.
Yeah, it does look real bad, doesn't it? We'd actually probably have to make a real texture for it.
Yeah, we'd also have to make our own cube that has things
we
properly
shouldn't do
done.
that then.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
That's kind of what I figured was going to happen, but oh well. No harm in trying, right? So, what
Unless
just
you use
happened?
multiple cubes or like an object that's in front of a cube that just happened. Well, I guess that wouldn't work as well. So 'cause
We
it's
could
a
make our
sprite.
own cube with
Yeah.
quads
Yeah.
where we manually cut off the transparent
Or we could
parts.
just make it in Blender if you really wanted to, but I don't really want to use Blender right now.
Alright.
I haven't used it for a long time.
Did you be the one using it? I'm
Oh.
okay with that.
Oh,
I'll watch you
Ugh.
use Blender.
I don't want to.
Let's
use
download Blender. I want to watch you use Blender.
You've watched me use Blender before.
I have.
I've made stuff. In
I have.
Blender. I don't have a mouse with me, unfortunately, and I kind of need that for Blender.
I've got a mouse with me. That's no excuse.
Blender's gross.
It was an excuse.
It's not that gross. Well, it's gross, but I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know.
I
wish
don't
liked
have
it
any
more.
problems with it. I just haven't used it in such a long time that it would be a lesson in frustration for me.
All right, so what we're going to do now is let's make this book do some more stuff. So let's make it so we can shoot the book first, because that's easy. So we're going to bring our book back in again. I'm going to add a collider to it. Component. Actually, I'm going to add physics, rigid body, physics, box collider is appropriate. The rigid body we want to be is kinematic. The box collider we want to be about the size of the atomic weapons book, which has no copyright, so we can actually have a picture of it. Yay.
It's pretty cool.
Oh, wait, I do not want that to be negative.
Should probably do a little over the
Yeah.
edges, right?
I'm just going to bring it to the edges, maybe a little bit over. There we go. And we've got Gib on Collide already, right? Add component Gib on Collide.
That's
And
like the first script we ever had.
yeah, pretty much. And what do we want? Let's do this as a trigger.
Every project we start, we're like, let's see, what are we going to want? Gibbs.
So later default. So I bet you if you throw these now, it'll probably just blow itself up each time. Let's just double check though.
When it collides with me?
Yep. I'm just gonna leave this book here. Oh yeah, that book just killed you. That book just ruined you.
Yeah,
All right.
it really did.
All right, so let's make that not be the case. So we're going to create project settings, physics. Wow, we've created no layers yet. Sweet. So let's go project settings, tags and layers. Let's go to our layers and add a enemy and enemy projectile. We're going to mark Jeffrey as an enemy, as much as I love him. No, we're just going to change this object only. And we're going to... What is this game object? Okay. I think that was something we threw in a long time ago and don't really need anymore, but I'm just going to keep it for now. Oh yeah, the book. The book needs to be on layer enemy projectile. No, this object only. We're going to go to project settings, physics. We're going to make sure that enemy projectile doesn't collide with anything except for... Well, actually, let's just do nothing for right now. And then enemy shouldn't collide with anything either for right now.
You wanted to be able to shoot the projectile.
Yes, so we're going to have to create a couple more things. So create project settings, tags and layers, player and player projectile. Physics. I'm just going to disable them all for right now, and then we'll enable the ones we want. So player projectile should hit enemies. Player should be able to be hit by enemy projectile, and enemy projectile should be able to be hit by player projectiles. Where is that? Player projectile, enemy projectile. There we go. And player projectile. So player projectile can hit enemies and enemy projectiles. Player can be hit by enemy projectile. That looks right. Save. And let's actually make our player projectiles actual player projectiles now too. So that's bullet, I think, is what we use. That's right. And we're going to make this layer player projectile. So if we hit play now, I was able to kill you, so that's good. You weren't killed by the initial projectile that was there, so that's good. And let's see if I can kill your book. No, I can't! Because I didn't do the book? No, I did the book. Oh, I didn't apply it, though. Let's try that again. No! It's a book! No! It's still not working!
That's not working.
Oh, Gib has not been assigned. That's probably important. Actually, let's make it so it's not important. If Gib is not equal null, then we instantiate it. Otherwise, we just destroy the game object. Save. Play.
Okay, that was weird.
No, that's just the first one that's in the scene. I got it that time.
Yeah, I think it's because the bullets are they're passing by the object.
So let's go to collision detection, continuous dynamic here, hit apply. Let's try that again. I don't like that the first one still went through. What's the collider look like on this thing?
It's fairly small. Could always move the
Let's make it
collider
thicker.
back too, so that the collider actually lives behind the book object
let's do that.
itself.
Something along those lines. Hit apply. Hit play. Let that one go to its end.
Are bullets set to continuous dynamic also?
Pretty sure they are, but I'll double check that. Because I think we'd have a lot of problems with them if we didn't have them. Yep, continuous dynamic. Alright, so let's see if this fixes it. Let's try something here. So, right now we're doing move forward. I'm just going to tweak this. Let's do rigid body dot move position, and we do Let's see if this does any better. I'm not sure if it will, but I've heard that it's supposed to, so...
That was quick. First time.
That doesn't mean anything. You're enough of a tester to know that.
Worked the second time, 100%.
All right.
Successful.
All right, we're 3 of 3. All right, I think that worked. So what we're doing here is rigid body move position kind of tells the rigid body system, hey, I am actually moving. And I think that the continuous dynamic setting probably isn't very effective without this. The reason we didn't have to do this on the bullets is because the bullets are actually moving not kinematically. These ones are just moving from the... we're applying a force to them and just throwing them into the scene. So that's automatically in the jurisdiction of the rigid body system. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do public bool use rigid body move equals false. Let's make it false. And if rigid body move, we do that. Else we do this. Save. Go back over to the book. Tell it to use rigid body move. Hit apply. Delete the prefab. Play. And now we should have a book that we can readily destroy. Alright, die. The reason that we moved, even though the other targets hadn't been killed, is because, remember, we're just issuing a move order anytime that we destroy everything at a node, and Jeffrey's not supposed to be active at the beginning here, so node to enemy should be off. Uh-oh. That's because we changed the collision stuff, right? So we need to make sure that the targets are part of the enemy stuff. So gib target, we're going to set to layer enemy. No, this object only.
The collider isn't on that object.
Should that matter? I guess it does. Alright, yes, change the children. See if I care. It did matter.
Right. Yep.
No, books are going to be thrown at me very slowly.
It's a suggestion of different kinds of books.
Well, we've got a lot of books to work with. We are in a bookstore.
Yeah, but we don't have any beauty magazines to give the player
I
health.
had one where it didn't actually kill it.
So the
That'd
suggestion...
be funny, the player is waiting for the books to get closer to the screen as a result.
Thicker books require 2 shots. Terrible novels burn up before reaching the player. Nude books give him health.
I'm glad to know that nude books give people health. I'm pleased by that. I thought they were just distractions in games, but evidently they're not. So we've got that working. Let's see about getting the player to be damaged by these guys. So we're gonna need a health system. Let's go ahead and create a quick health system. So I'm going to go to our player. We're going to...
We can use the new GUI system.
Yes, definitely.
Put markers on the screen or something.
Let's put a... well, what do you mean by markers on the screen? Like what
health
were you
indicators
thinking?
or anything like that?
I was just going to put a little like bar for right now, just to get something in there.
I just mean, like, don't a lot of the older shooting games have they'll have 5...
Yeah, icons usually.
Oh, icons,
you, tick them off as you're getting...
typically they're icons like little hearts or something like that, or
I don't know, modern ones have health bars, I think. I don't know.
Every modern game has a health bar.
No, that's not true. Most modern games actually just have a walk it off gameplay.
Oh, that's right.
Let's make the screen as red as possible and then walk it off.
That's a modern game. They don't actually have health bars. They just have jam on your screen.
So, first of all, I want to actually make Jeffrey and Phil into prefabs because I don't think we've done that yet. Just in case we need more Jeffreys and Phils. So I'm going to make Phil a prefab. I'm going to make Jeffrey a prefab. I'm also going to fix Phil because Phil isn't on the right layer. Enemy. And just this object. That'll be good. And apply. So, health. Let's just get something going. Do you want to do icons? Do you want to do...
I mean, that's what I would think of in these kinds of games.
All right, let's do it. Let's try and make it dynamic.
I think
and
even
stuff
House
too.
of the Dead did that.
So we're going to create UI. We're going to, create UI. We're going to make an image.
Health icons is a library card.
Image. All right, so we have this image now. We're going to do a layout. We're going to add so this canvas. We actually want to have a panel underneath it. So create UI panel. We're going to put the image underneath that. We're going to make the panel have a layout, horizontal layout group. And let's see what this looks like. All right, so panel doesn't need to be...
Oh yeah, there were little, like, chalices in House of the Dead with fire for life indicators, weren't they?
So we don't want this to show up. That didn't work.
There are also bullet indicators typically in these games.
Yep. So, image script, source image, color material, image type. Why does it look like none of these things do anything? If I delete this image, what happens? Oh, okay, so that's what it was. It's not the panel, it was the image. Remove component. Alright, perfect. We're going to throw our image in here now. So, UI image. Throw it into panel. Oh, okay. Do not force expand. There we go.
How will damage detection be handled for the player?
Middle left. We're probably going to... I don't know. We'll figure that out in a second. So I need to give this thing a sprite. I'm just gonna give it the book for right now, just because we have it. So we're gonna have books for our health for some reason for right now. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to put the book in here. All right. And now if we, why is the aspect on that so bad?
It's huge too.
Well, yeah, it is. It's taking up huge amount of the screen, but so let's make this smaller. I don't even know what I just did there.
Those are the anchors, it looks like. So you want to change the scale as well, right? I mean, wouldn't the scale, you don't want it to be 1, 1, 1 on all that stuff, do you? Whoa.
Do I not want it to be 1, 1, 1 and all that stuff?
Well, I mean, it's huge.
Well, yes, but just hold on a second. I need to scale the panel, but I don't really want to change scale. I just want to change... We're going to put this anchored to the lower left. There we go. Now I can change the width and height. There we go. Position 0.
That's very odd.
No, it's not that odd. So we do need to reposition it. Here, I'm going to duplicate this a couple times just so you see how this works. Alright, so this is automatically resizing them and putting them in a group because we've got the horizontal layout group. Padding, we don't want the child to expand at all.
So you don't want any of that. What's the child alignment middle left?
Yeah, we want that to be based
that's
on...
correct.
Yeah. So, rotation scale... let's try scaling these down, 0.5, 0.5.
I want custom sounds
Okay, that's not
for
gonna
these
work.
book or for the things. Need
So
to do some sound
problem
stuff.
is, if we delete these, the other one gets bigger again, doesn't it?
That seems not like what we want.
Yeah. So let's figure out how to fix that. Horizontal layout group, Unity, disable scale. Okay, so our pivot position needs to be a little bit different for this. So let's change where the pivot is. The pivot should be at 0. There we go. So that'll help us a little bit because now if we change the width, it expands out. That's good. Alright. Let's make all these smaller. 0.5. But if I delete 3 of these, yeah, that
It's
one
still
gets
gonna
bigger.
be expanded. Even though you said to not expand.
Force the child expand, yeah. Well, I didn't say don't expand. It says
Yeah,
don't
but it
force
says-
the expand. So
There's got to be a reason why it's expanding. Set native size. Is that what
I'll
we
make it
want?
really big, or not. I don't know what that does.
Preserve aspect there as well.
Well, that's nice. Let's do that.
Preserve aspect seems like something that we might want.
Does that fix our problem?
Yes.
Cool. All right. So what we're gonna do now? We need to make sure that these come to the left on the panel.
When they go away, how does it look like when one of them's gone? So they just kind of expand to fit.
Yeah.
And that's not really what we're looking for either.
So if we set our pivots, so if we make all of these anchored to the
Bottom left, right? Or just left in
I
general?
think left on this in this case. So let's do middle left. That didn't do that.
Please stick.
All right, let's do it one at a time. That didn't work either.
Did that work? Do any of these actually do anything?
That's weird. Some values driven by horizontal layout group, so that must be from the horizontal layout group, but why would...
That's really strange.
What happens if you turn off the horizontal layout group right now?
Alright, if I turn it off,
And now disable one of the images.
Yeah.
disable one of them? Okay.
Yeah.
So we can delete them now without the horizontal layout group.
Yeah, but
After
I
you
wanted it
used
so
it
that it would
to-
just... why did it not... Oh, because it's not laying out. Yeah, we can just manually do it. We can just have positions for it. It's just I wanted to see if we could get fancy.
Well, it sounds like you don't actually want the horizontal layout group. Because that has it resized to fit the panel.
But it's not. It's maintaining the aspect now. But yes, it is resizing.
And positioning to fit how much space there is.
Yeah.
But we could use it here to set up where they
Where
and
then just
and then
leave them
disable
there.
it
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
when we're deleting things.
All right, cool. Let's just do that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So we've got a game right now. How does this look?
Looks good.
It's our health bar. All right. I hate that we're doing this. All right. All right. I wanted to just do a bar. All right. So when we remove these, we have to remove them in a specific order if we don't have a layout group. That was my thought. Like I wanted it
No,
so
it
that it
makes
just
sense.
remove it and it just
Moves over.
But I don't want it to like resize. So that's not what I want really. I just want
Oh, well, we could change the size of the
to be equivalent to
panel based on how many images there are in it.
Yeah, that is true. We could just scale it down by a fraction of.
Then you could
Total
leave
size.
the horizontal layout group active.
Yeah, actively resize the
But we'd have to
window
find
itself.
out. Yeah, we'd have to find out what the calculation is. Or we could always have the same number of icons, but
I mean,
switch
that's
them
kind
out
of things. Yeah.
with like the normal book and then a book that's like on fire or has an X through it. Or something.
all right. We're just gonna do it the basic way for right now.
All right.
Just disable this horizontal group. Okay, I'm just going to leave it here just in case we need it in the future. We're going to have 6 health. That sounds okay. And let's create a health manager real quick. So let's create a new script. C# script, health manager. Public float starting health. Public game object array health icons starting health equals 6. Actually, I want this to be an int. Public int starting health equals 6. Public game object health icons. All right, so that'll be what we're disabling and enabling. Private int current health. And then what we're going to do is update.
We want to remove health function.
Yeah. Void. Public static void. Remove health. This will require us to actually set this up a ghetto singleton of some kind, so I'm just going to do that real quick. Public static health manager instance equals this ghetto singleton created. So we're going to hit save. Now we can do in public static void remove health, we can do health instance dot current health equals
Minus.
minus. And then update, what we're going to do is if current health is less than starting. Actually, this is not the best way to do it. Let's just do it here. In remove health, we're going to do health icons.
Instance health icons.
Instance dot health icons.
Instance dot current health.
Dot instance dot current health dot enable dot set active false.
I think we want to do it after, don't we?
I don't think it'll really matter in this case, will it?
Oh, it will matter. Yeah, we want it after because this is
Oh yeah,
the
good
array
point.
by 0.
Yeah, that's a good point.
By 0 rather than by 1. All right, save. And
add health too. Basically, just be the opposite. Well, we also want to check if health is 0, less than or equal to 0.
all right, so I'm just going to create on the player. We're just going to create a collider with the camera. Create a collider. Component physics. Box collider. We don't have a rigid body or anything on here, right? Good, good. So physics, rigid body is kinematic. Let's see. Does that look like it's on our camera? That looks pretty good. And we're going to put this on layer player. And we're going to create a script on here. Remove health on trigger enter.
All right.
Yeah, sure. Move health on trigger enter. And so what this will do is void on trigger enter. We will do health manager dot remove health. Save and
That
yeah.
instance dot remove health.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, actually this will work because it's static.
It's static.
Yeah. I'm gonna do save all just because there was something that was unsaved evidently. So let's see if a book hits us. Oh, I guess.
Yeah, I
we
didn't need
kill
to get
these
Jeffrey
guys.
here first.
Come on, Jeffrey. Show yourself.
I don't think my shots do anything yet.
No, yours don't. Not yet.
We didn't put the other script on anything, did we? The one that removes the...
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess we did put it somewhere because there's no error being thrown. But
No, we didn't put it anywhere.
It's static,
It's not
so
on the-
it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be anywhere.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to. It doesn't need to be somewhere. So I'm gonna put the health manager on the player for right now.
I mean, it doesn't technically have to be anywhere for it to not throw errors because it's calling a static function.
Exactly.
But it has to be somewhere to work.
Are those in the correct order?
We'll find
Just
out.
dragging them. Oh, it looked like they were when you were...
I just don't know
Going through
which
them
way they were
before.
organized.
I think that's the correct order. Oh, or the reverse order.
It was a
Yeah.
best. It was a best guess.
I think that's the correct order for the way that we're doing it.
Waiting, it's just like any time. Nothing happened. Is there a
It's definitely hitting it because it's disappearing.
send a message or something to see when it's failing? Just probably something really simple. that
Well,
we're
actually,
missing.
like
you
the fact
did
that we don't
untrigger-
actually have the thing that does it. So
that would probably do it.
yeah. Remove health on trigger. Put that on the camera. Hit play. Try this again. Here it comes. Bam. Oh, index out of range. All right, so that's
Okay.
good. That's
At
good.
least we got
Something
something.
happened. So, oh yeah, that would be because it's -1. That's probably not a great one. Let's set current health after we set the
Oh, that
instance.
makes sense.
Current health equals starting health.
Yeah, that definitely would make sense.
That will help. Play. I think we're all really tired today for some reason.
I'm very tired today. I've worked over 10 hours today, so...
No, I don't want it to hit me. No, 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 no. Bam! We just lost
good,
health.
Good job. It was in the right order, too.
Yep. No, I don't want it.
You don't want to learn about the dangers of atomic weapons?
Bam! No, I'm learning about it. Their antimatter books are destroying my atomic weapons books for some reason.
Is
We have
there?
5
Is it
minutes.
slightly transparent, or is that just the lights in the
I
background
think
that
it's
are
the
bleeding
lights.
through?
Yeah, it's the lights.
And we're going to get index out of error on the next one.
Yep. This next one will be
We'll
like...
throw an error.
No! That's how we'll know it's game over, is when we get an index out of range exception. No. Alright, so what were you going to... You sounded like you were going to say something.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, I mean, you could set up the guns to shoot, too. That would be
Yeah,
really
let's do
easy.
it. Let's do that.
That would be incredibly...
So, all we're going to do is just in the shoot after delay thing, you said it's going to be incredibly easy, and you're absolutely right. Deal damage to player, do this later, do this now. Health manager dot remove
That's it.
health.
Yeah, that's it, right?
That's
Yep,
gonna be
we're
a
done.
lot faster.
Yeah, you're
You
going to
might wanna
be
do a percentage
brutal.
chance of it
You're going to be
happening or
just
something,
absolutely brutal.
No, I have really accurate shots.
We should probably make it realistic, like give him a 5% chance of hitting the player.
Alright, so let's make sure that this still works. Just do that. Got hit in the face. Alright.
Oh,
And now let's see how
This is gonna
Phil
be fast.
does. This is going to be terrifying. No!
no, that's not too bad.
No!
Yeah.
Die.
Oh. Can I make that sound when I die? That's what it should just sound
Oh.
like. It should just be like, oh.
Just so disappointed.
Yeah. I'm disappointed that I'm dead.
Whatever type
Oh,
of
what
target
is
that
going on there?
is not friendly. Special gib target for real. That sounds like not a normal gib
That
target.
does sound like a normal thing.
Alright, so let's go to our special gib target for real.
That does not sound like a normal target.
And let's just put this as an enemy.
So why is that target different than all the other ones?
I don't know, we did something weird.
Oh,
we did,
that's why we were looking.
Can we spend 3 minutes to create a quick particle effect with
I'm sure we can.
book explosion?
we need the pages, and I'm not sure where those are. They might be on my phone, which means that like it'll open some software that I don't want it to open necessarily. So hold
We
on.
could just use the book itself as a placeholder.
Okay, let's
For
do
now.
that. Let's do
Yeah,
that.
I mean that
Or
would
we
work.
could even
yeah.
we could even set an offset on the material that we create,
So
so, that
I'm
you can't
gonna
see the title and it just looks like
Oh,
a
yeah.
page.
Duplicate the
That's a good
book. I'm going to call this book particle,
And we could change that later on too.
and we're going to change this to a
everything later.
texture because it's easier to use a texture in the particle system. And we also want this to be yeah, that'll be fine. So now we're going to put this.
What is the book called again?
We're going to create a new particle system.
What's the title of that book?
That's-
Dangers of atomic
Yeah.
weapons.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's on there. That would be on there. I think Internet Archive has a copy of it. So particle
Apparently, I look
system,
like a Doom 1 enemy animation. I think that's appropriate.
materials. We're going to create a new material. I'm going to call this book Gibbs. We're going to put it under particles, alpha blended. We're going to throw our book particle into here. We're going to go to our particle system. We're going to use our book Gibbs. We're going to change the how do we fix the aspect ratio in is it in renderer? I guess we can change.
I do think it's funny that the pages are flying. Can that be Jeffrey's death particle?
There we go.
Just pages flying.
Just
Now,
pages
this is
flying.
That's
book
what we said
death
earlier,
particle?
but this is the book one.
Yeah.
But
Let's
we're gonna do
It
pages
needs
for me
to explode
gravity multiplier
outwards, though.
1,
Oh, that's
that's
kind of
good.
cool.
and we're gonna make it so that rates 50.
Oh, that's amazing.
Too many
It
books.
should just be a burst, though, probably.
Yeah,
of
let's just do a 0 and add a burst of like 100 particles.
something like that. Yeah.
That looks so dumb. All right,
No, that's perfect. Don't change it. That's good. Maybe
That
make them
was terrible.
smaller as they go along. That's the best thing ever.
Give them physics so they bounce on the ground.
all right. We'll
Move
give
it
them
up too,
physics.
so we can actually see the whole animation.
Collision, collide with world.
Move the little bits up. Yep, that's perfect. That there, it doesn't need anything else. That's it. That's all. That's it. Should make him actually fade
Let's
away
make the
or something like that. Make him like do something. That's so dumb. It's great.
okay. I think the rotation doesn't do anything because we're using stretch billboards.
If we do just normal billboards. Bloop, 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 bloop. Look at that one's just bouncing around.
Now it's trying to follow everyone.
Why do they
else.
bounce that direction?
I
Like,
don't
that's
know.
so weird.
One of them never does, though. One of them's
One of
always
them
just
just
a
goes, "Whoop."
rebel, and then it goes that way.
Maybe they have an
I'm
initial
different.
force.
Oh yeah, probably.
Make sure they expire sooner. Says
So that was always at the start speed. Yeah, that didn't work. so
no,
good.
they're just bouncing now.
Still seems like they're. Alright. I'm gonna get rid of the rotation. I'm gonna put it back to stretch billboard because at least then we can kind of make them. Okay, we need some speed.
What is that all about?
Let's make the start speed random between two constants.
Yeah. That's all right.
That was cool.
I don't know about
They
the
just
crawling.
need to rest. Like, just settle down.
Make them fade quickly or something.
Let's not bounce, or let's bounce like 0.5, and let's dampen like 0.5 and see how that does.
That's pretty good.
Turn off bounce. What happens when you turn off bounce, though?
If you turn off bounce, it's not going to bounce.
Well, yeah, I mean, that might be appropriate. Its pages don't really bounce. Just kind of neat stuff.
That kind of
to
looks
do.
cool. Let's try that. Let's
Yeah.
try that. We're going to call this book gib, and I'm just going to use this for the books right now. So let's make a prefab out of this. Let's delete this. Let's go to our... What is it called?
Book.
Our book, yes. Prefabs book.
Someone said, I totally missed the boat. What's with all the constitutions?
I really like that.
Yeah.
All
Can
right,
you
so
call
let's-
them constitutions?
Let's see how this does.
There are a lot of constitutions in this game. It's
Did
almost
you put
like
book
Metal
gib
Gear.
in? Yeah, I'm assuming you put book gib in book. Yeah.
Right there on the screen.
It's almost like Metal Gear with the amount of constitution that we're having. Oh, that's cool. Just kind of
Really big though.
Yeah. That's appropriate. Oh, God. Not only did it give, but it also threw one other one at us. Whoa!
Oh, it's
The
because...
gives are repeating every time they get killed.
Oh, that's because we have it on loop.
We don't
Okay,
have it
Yeah, let's just go
destroying
to book
itself.
gib. No, we can just... We don't need to destroy, we just need to make sure it doesn't loop.
I was thinking something was going terribly wrong.
Yeah, it was.
Well, I mean, it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Could make it into a gameplay element, I'm sure, in some kind of game. Remember, every bug can be your friend. Not every bug. That's
Let's
not
make the
true.
start speed. First of all, let's make the emission... What shape are we using? Cone is not appropriate. We need to use sphere.
Yep.
We need to make the radius 0. And we need to...
People like the way it looked.
Let's try it now. Let's see if this looks a little bit better.
Anytime now, Jeff. I like that.
There we go. That looks
That
better.
looks a lot
I like
better.
the one that just kind of stays there.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
So many constitutions. All right, that's good enough for tonight.
I like the
Save,
Constitution. I kind of want them to be the Constitution
Save
now.
project.
Is the Constitution public domain?
Oh, absolutely.
We should just make those the Constitution.
Do. All right. We'll
Actually,
definitely add a
our
constitution.
health should have been the Constitution. Because it shows
Because it's our Constitution. Oh, God. All right. And that's a wrap. Thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Thank you for your questions and comments. And if you have any questions after the show, please email me, pushypixels@pushypixels.com. You can also tweet me at Drakfire. That's DRAKFYRE. You should buy Phil's game, Robot Alone. It's a great game.
I like it. You should beat my high score. No one's ever beaten my high score.
No one
and
has-
it really disappoints me.
No
Every
one
time.
has beaten his high score.
Every time I think about it, it just disappoints me. So buy my game. Follow me on Twitter. It's at Magmalemur. But more importantly, donate to Cooking with Unity. There's a little link. It's a Patreon
Yes,
link.
Patreon link. You can also go to patreon.com/cookingwithunity. It's very easy. We made it easy for you. And if you donate, you get access to the Cooking with Unity Super Repo, which right now has my little Halloween thing. It has a script for Unity 5.0 that's kind of useful. That kind of brings back the old dot transform stuff.
I'm gonna probably put my node connection thing up there when I get a chance.
And there's a star chart generator kind of thing that I did this weekend that's on that thing as well. So if you want to add those files, just donate $1 a month. That's all we ask, and give me your email, your GitHub user account, and I'll get you added. Thank you very much. You guys have a great one.
Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
All right, so we're done. I'll switch back to the screen just in case something's going on.
So are live comments always removed from YouTube videos?
Yeah,
or-
well, I mean, they're not removed. Like, it still says the comment count is 60, but then it only shows the ones that happened after the live
That's
thing.
dumb.
Well, it gives me hope, right? Because it means that it knows the comments existed at one time,
I
which
have
means
to see
they're
the comments
probably
here,
still in
then.
the database.
Yeah, I mean, they're there.
That means they're probably still in the database,
Yeah.
which means that maybe they'll come back someday.
There are not a lot of questions, just a lot of talking about Cooking with Unity, and you'd have to do this number, see?
Yeah, I'm gonna immortalize them in the part that we cut off. I'm just gonna go view on watch page and let's see what these comments look like. We're going to have a record of the comments.
Yep.
Blender's great. It's free.
Yep, and then I was talking
It
about
is the best
Blender.
free 3D modeling program available.
And then there's just lots of comments talking about things. Oh yeah, big stack of books, but you had that idea last week. A magazine stand would be good.
Different books would require either a dictionary, a list. I would say either a list or an array, honestly. Those would be... I'd probably just use an array. And then just do a random dot range on the array length.
And how with damage detection, I asked that when that happened.
A magazine street stand would be pretty funny.
Yeah, it would. And then funny voiceovers, which I mentioned as well.
We could have a magazine street stand, and I could be standing. I could be the magazine street stand vendor.
Yeah,
Think multi-ball fun. Remember multi-ball?
I do. I like that. Yep. And then just a lot of talking about the channel. Oh yeah, and send us stuff if you want our opinions on things. You can always send us stuff. I do look like a Doom 1 enemy.
Yes, you do.
That's less
What's
sad.
with all the constitutions? That's the
best part.
Mac's top 10 Mac programs are... I don't use a Mac. Oh, I'll show you the top 10 Mac programs you can find on Computer Chronicles. They have that on like every episode now.
That's true.
But yeah, top 10 Mac programs. Let's see. Unity.
That's a little on the nose.
Better
isn't it?
Snap Tool.
What if you can't include Unity?
Better Snap Tool, I quit every episode and it makes people think that I probably hate it, but
I
I
love
actually
Better Snap
love
Tool.
Better Snap Tool.
Better Snap Tool is like a lifesaver.
I'm a big fan of Alfred, though I'm not on the latest version of OS X. It might be redundant at this point with the way that they changed the search interface. What do I use just on a daily basis on Mac?
AppViz 2 used to be really cool, but now they're like a subscription-based service with
Yeah,
AppViz 3.
AppViz 2 was awesome. I still
AppViz
use
2
AppViz
was
2.
awesome, yes.
That was for finding. That's useful if you've published something on iOS and want to know how your sales are going.
Yeah, it was great. And now it's like a subscription-based service,
Oh,
right?
Mac. No. Sorry. All right. Sorry. Unity is not my top software for Mac. Sorry. I remember.
Oh, the console.
It's not the console. That one's great too. Okay, Cathode is awesome. That's way up on my list. Top Mac software is ScreenFlow. It is the greatest piece of software I have ever used, and it's for screencasting. It basically just records your screen, has brilliant quality. You can, after the fact, like pop up windows and give call outs to things and add text. You can edit pretty much in real time, so you can like be playing and add text to it, and it's just a smooth workflow. I just love it.
My name is not on the Vita, though I now am strongly considering starting up that project again, making a sequel.
And I want to apologize, Solar Wing.
good.
You mentioned that you started watching because of the PSM stuff. I'm sorry that I haven't finished that section of the publishing.
Yeah, actually,
thing.
I'd be interested in more of that.
Yeah,
stuff
we're
too.
gonna pick that back up at some point, but yeah. Anyway, that's plenty of banner.
But yeah, I think after all that stuff, I should probably start up that old project again, make it for the Vita. That would be sweet.
That would be. That
Yeah,
would be.
that
Yeah,
game
you
would
should
work
do it.
well on the Vita,
It
I
would.
think.
You'd find a new audience too. So I'm gonna refresh. We're gonna delete.